Alright, we're going to continue here on number 5. This number 5 is a problem that is involving some central angles. So basically, here's what the question asks. The question asks us to find the value of x if necessary round your answer to the nearest tenth. The figure is not drawn to scale. So what it's described here is we have a circle P that has two secants. The secants are DC and AB, and the secants are congruent. And one of the angles, this angle DPC, is 40 degrees. And we're asked to find what angle APB is. And this is actually a pretty simple problem if you understand some of the theorems involved in the secants and tangents of circles. Really what we have here is basically two isosceles triangles. These isosceles triangles, an isosceles triangle has congruent angles, so these two angles are congruent, and these two angles are congruent to each other. And then we also have two segments that are congruent here, so the bases of the isosceles triangles are congruent. What happens is that our theorem says that if we have two secants that are congruent, then the corresponding central angles are also going to be congruent. And that happens for one reason is basically if I were to draw out, well, I don't know if I want to get into the theorem that much. I think it's pretty. The theorem is if the secants are congruent, then the corresponding central angles are congruent. We can talk more about that later. So x here, since this is 40 degrees, the x here is also going to be 40 degrees. So this was a pretty simple one if we understand the theorems.